Well, here we are back at the allotment. It's been some weeks since a certain lady has been here. I bet she's forgotten what it looks like, but never mind. Here's a catch-up for her. Where to start? Well, obviously we're in the polytunnel, and let's have a look how things are getting on or not getting on, as is the point. It's 22nd of September, so end of the season really, as far as most things are concerned. There's the odd thing that's going in new now, hopefully for Christmas or thereabouts, but for this time it's a bit sad really, watching things that were a few weeks ago so alive coming to the end. But never mind, that's the cycle, I suppose. Like this tomato, beautiful tomatoes. It's done good service, so I'm not complaining, but as you can see, it's finished now. There's still the odd few tomatoes on there to pick, and this one's done now. Some lovely chilies there by the looks of things. I think we're doing alright with them. There's quite a few there. I've been taking the chilies though all the way through the season, so they might look as if there's not so many on. That's because there's not, because they've already gone and hopefully been eaten or will be eaten shortly. Here's a second plant. Look at that one, that's a beauty. There. Let's see if I can bring that up into, whoops, behind the leaf. Look at that beauty. Ooh, that's alright. And there, one's not going to come to anything. Another one there. Another chilli plant. Yeah, we're not doing so bad for chilies. Got a few chilies here. Another chilli plant. Tomato plant. Yellow tomatoes this time. But again, like the rest, it's kind of finished now for the season, I think. It's not gone brown yet, but it's not looking particularly healthy. Another one done for. Yep. I don't think we'll get much more from any of these tomatoes, but they've given us really good service, so I'm not complaining. Look at these. Loads of little cherries on there. I bet them gone soft because we've been away for a few days. Nice and firm. Yeah, they'll be alright. And the basil. Different kind of basil. Only grew it because we got free seeds with the magazine. It's lovely. Let's have a smell. Oh yeah. It smells like basil. Maybe a little bit different. Slightly. More basil. Can't give it away, I'm afraid. Took two for my sister. Hopefully she'll get some benefit from them. Now then, let's look at this kale. Oh dear. stripped bare caterpillars, I suspect. Anyway, they ain't going nowhere. Cabbage, same cabbage whites, I think. And this is, let's have a look, if I remember rightly. Well, sorrel. I don't even know what to do with sorrel. Again, there were a free packet of seeds I got. I presume that you eat it somehow. I'm sure IM will sort out something with it. Or I can always go online and find out a recipe. I've got it, I think I've got it, I'm sure I've got it growing somewhere on the plot. But, do you know, I've forgotten. Another chilli plant, but I can't actually see any chilli left on there. Maybe we've had them all. And that one's another one unfortunately finished then. If that's the case. Thyme, looking good. Chilies again. That was mint, but peppermint rather than mint. No, not so good. I think I should have cut that one back, but I'm not sure how I should have done it really. Here we have a pomegranate tree that's just doubled in size this season, but, or a bush I suppose it is. Nothing, no flowers, certainly nothing, well, no flowers, no fruit. And the same, unfortunately, with our two fig trees. I think I've just let them go, and that's probably what the problem is here. I need to read something up, I think, find out what I'm doing wrong. Or it might be, I think they're only a couple of years old. So maybe they need a couple of years before they start producing fruit. And here's a nice, again, chilies. Oh dear, that one's had a little visitor, I think. What a shame. I think it's the only one left. Not to worry. A defunct tomato, as will this one be. Now I don't know what's happened here, but we planted aubergines. They didn't seem to be doing very much. Then suddenly, towards really late in the season, we've started to get some lovely looking fruit on it. Now, not only that, I notice now we seem to have a colony of creatures moved in. I don't know what they are. Let's see if I can focus a little bit on one of them and find out what kind of a fly they are. If I can find one. They don't want to play this game, I don't think. There's one. Too much. zoomed in too much, I think. Now they're taking off. They're all over the place. I mean, I've just disturbed them. And the same, but not so much on the other plant. So it does make you wonder whether they're actually in the soil or something, a nest of the things have come out. Nice looking fruit anyway. I wonder if that's the same visitor as we had on the chili. There they are, that's hopefully close enough to get an identification on them. Yep, let's see. Give you the creepy crawlies, don't they? Anyway, so that's the kiwi. I think they're getting the visitors just because it happens to be next door to the aubergines. Again, you see how many there are. Now I've disturbed them. They've flown to the roof of the polytunnel. They're all over this. Well, certainly tens of them. I wouldn't say hundreds, but certainly tens. Right, let's move on a little bit. What you've probably noticed, I've just before I leave here, this is that. I've forgotten what it's called, citronella, I think. It doesn't seem to be bothering them. Maybe we put them out when we want a picnic. Maybe they're going to have a picnic. One of them creatures, whatever they are. Right, outside. Now I notice what they have done. They've, while we've been away, done a fantastic job on the paths here. There. Great job. And this corner near the water, which was always wet, cars sinking in. Look at that. Right up into the corner. There's another car parking space. And all the way down to the gate. Right, while we're out here, let's have a look. There's quite a lot of raspberries, but we've not done much with them this year. Butternut squash, little one there. Look at this one. growing outside. Nobody's taken it. Bless them. This is all growing from the compost heap. I'm not so sure it's such a good idea, really. When you think about it, all this goodness for the abundant plants here, it's come from somewhere, hasn't it? And it's come out of the compost, so I'm wondering whether when the compost is used next year, if it's going to be depleted of all its nutrients and goodness. Right, I'm having a look along here, along the fence. This is where I use some weed killer stuff. It's supposed to have been eco-friendly stuff. It's certainly done the job. I can't remember what it is, and I've thrown the packaging away. Well, never mind. Apparently it's harmless to wildlife. Now then, cabbages. Coming along very well. That's a beauty, that one. Need a bit of a weeding. There's mint, parsley. The chives are dying off, I'm afraid. A courgette, honestly, a courgette. And another courgette, but they seem to go the same colour as the pumpkins. Anyway, the packet definitely said courgettes. And here, talking of pumpkins, it's beauty. And here, sunflowers. There must be, well, if I'm 6'2", 6'3", there's a good 2.5 foot above me. They must be getting on 9 foot. Look at that fella. If you can see him. It's disturbing. Let him enjoy it. It's still coming. Must be getting towards the end of the season for them as well. Shame about the wind, really. I'd have a lovely picture of this one. Anyway, not to worry. So this is how they look once they've flowered and the flowers have gone. I suppose that's where you get your sunflower seeds in there. one just opening. Loads of them. Lots of nasturtiums in there. They even spread to the path. Right. Hyen's, I think it's, I've probably got it wrong, but it's probably choice something. But if it's not, I apologise. Really healthy looking. Celery. Must be about 20-25 plants in there. Some of it's past its best. To get this eaten. Maybe celery soup. The odd couple of beetroot left. We've already had kilos and kilos and kilos of this stuff. Made it into chutney already. More choy-sum or the like. Lovely, healthy looking plants. And then the disaster, which is our leeks. 2 weeks ago, they were absolutely great. Just ready for picking almost. I'm thinking another few days. Then suddenly, something's come along and wiped them all out. It's done it to our neighbours as well, unfortunately. Yet, there are still people on here who've kept their leeks, so I don't know what's happened there. I left them for a little while, hoping they might just recover. But, as you can see, it was fatal. Whatever the disease was. A couple of empty beds now. Weeds starting to come through. I will soon deal with that when I get the chance. And another empty bed. Nasturtiums. Probably from last year, actually, the seeds that we've missed. They've taken hold in this bed. And they're quite happy with life. The size of them leaves. So this was onions and garlic earlier in the year. All gone now. Now then, curly kale. Magnificent. Again, too much for us to eat probably. Anyway, never mind. And my favourite kale is the black kale. Kale Nero. And that's here. And again, looking so healthy. Soup is what you do with this stuff, I think. Right, moving on. Now, I was thinking that this was all charred before. It's called Bright Lights. But you see the red, hopefully, in that one. And that one. one over here and that one. But, and that has quite a yellow. I'm just wondering, did I plant the sorrel by mistake, thinking it was charred? Some of these. Maybe. Who can say? And then unfortunately, that's what going away for a few days does. The broccoli. Gone to seed massively. Beans finished now for the year, need to come out. A couple of cucumbers left, but then that'll be that, I think, for them. One there. One here. Well, it was raining when I got here and now it's too hot. Rain's gone. Temperature's suddenly rising again. So while I'm here and while it's on my mind, let's have a look at the... Oh yes, butternut squash again. Wow. That's massive. Again, out of the compost bin. I hope it doesn't make the compost not so good. Maybe if I cover it with some horse manure, fairly fresh, if we ever get a delivery again, and then just leave it for the winter. Let's hope the worms that are in there will take it down again. Anyway, and refresh the compost. Here's the sweet corn. I think that's ready. But certainly some of it's ready. Still lots of beans ready to pick. But again, this is showing signs of the end of the year, end of the season. That's a bit stringy looking, too long. A couple of more weird looking cucumbers. And another pumpkin inside the sweet corn net. See if I can get a better look at that one. Now this squash here looks perfect from here, but actually what you can't see, maybe from the top, I don't know, it's hollow. Something's been in there and ate it inside out, left the shell. Right, let's have a little look at the greenhouse. Cat preventer. I think it's a little bit on the hot side here. I think I need to take my coat off before I get into there. Oh dear, yes. Just put it down for a minute. Okay. Now then, what is that stuff? We're given it by Tommy. And it smells. Oh, I know the smell, but I just can't. I can't place it, I'm sure. Kind of licorice, aniseed. And this, another one, I don't know what it is. It's one of Heinz plants. The lettuce starting to come through. New sowing. It's the stuff that we've got at the minute has all gone to seed, unfortunately. And here we've got spring onions. Again, a little bit too old, I think. Now then, that was cabbage before the butterflies got it. And this is, I don't know, not sure, anyway. Maybe more sorrel. Red-leaved basil, cabbage again. Now, Heinz jungle. Interesting little thing, big thing. Loofah, which I honestly thought grew in the sea, but there you go. And I've also chopped the melon at its base, thinking it was all finished, which has of course led it to die off. But then what do I find? Never mind. I don't think it would have come to anything at the end of September anyway. And we've got some hairy melons. Again, Chinese stuff. I'm afraid you're on your way out, mate. Let's see. Anything? I can see a cucumber there. Still flowering away. I don't know if I showed you that yet, the hairy melon. But you can see just how far the melon went. That's now dying off. Here's another of them loofahs. And as I say, these are hairy melons. I don't know how big they'll get. They don't get very big, don't think. Well, not before they're used for cooking anyway, but they get eaten fairly quickly. Anything more of note? No. Nope. Something else though that's coming to the end of the season. It's sad, but as I say, life goes on. New cycle ready for next year. Gives us a chance to clear out this greenhouse. Have a look at where the floor's coming apart a little bit. And clean all the glass, which I didn't do when I put it up and should have done because I got it second hand. So I can give it a good clean this year. Maybe Jace fluid or something similar, and clear out and have a sort out of all this stuff that we've got, baskets and pots and you name it. Too much maybe. It always seems to come in handy, so maybe it's not too much. Right, lettuce. What a shame. Beautiful lettuce. I'm afraid it's for the compost or it's for the chickens. There's maybe one there I could take home that might be worth saving. But the rest, even the recent plantings have bolted. Again, I suppose it's just a season of weather and the like. And we've still got some kohlrabi in there. I'm sure that's seen better days. Right, anything I can see from outside the greenhouse? Another of those loafers. Oh dear, you can certainly see where the melon's been and gone. But IM was telling me there were two big hairy melons here. I can't see them anywhere. No, they're not there. Although I bet when she comes she'll find them. Mooly. Now then. It's a radish. I don't know whether it's Chinese radish, but it's certainly something that when I've been in China I eat a lot of. It's lovely. Mooly cake, it's called. Now then, let's have a look, see if we can spot one. Right, there's one. A mooly. I don't know whether that's all. Wow, look at it. Let's see what happens. Some late song carrots. You never know. Might get something from these. They are actually growing quite well. Well, the tops are the carrot tops. I think that's just about everything. Oh, I was up the top end, wasn't I? One of the neighbours came along. They obviously, or they will, think I'm mad talking to myself. Maybe don't see the camera. So I did a disappearing act for them, but it's gone now. The rhubarb again. I don't know what it is. Our rhubarb's none too good. But not to worry. I wonder if it's worth bringing that inside. It looks like it would be quite. I don't know if it would be a an easy job without damaging the thing. 4 buckets of potatoes still. Found the best place to store them is leave them in the ground. I think we've got a visitor. Another courgette. Let's go and have a little look at that thing, that butternut squash. See if it's possible without damaging it. Because I've already cut a couple of them off by mistake. Right, let's see. If I follow it, it seems to come over the fence there. And there, back over the fence there. That's no problem. This here goes down there and along as far as here where there's another little fruit. Let's have a look. Will that... I'm going to have to dislodge it, I'm afraid. No. Right. There's the... Let's have a look at this. And what's holding that one back? Just the weight of this thing. Let's see if I can deal with... Whoops. So difficult with one hand. Perhaps if I put the camera down, 2 hands, and let's hope I don't write the camera off. Okay. Right. It's actually inside now rather than outside, but it's still quite accessible. See about this. There. Cover it a little bit with foliage and you never know. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it wouldn't have gone, but people keep saying, you want to move that, you want to take it. But we've got so many, I don't want to take it just yet. Anyway, right, I think I've waffled on for long enough now, and it's time to call it a day. So, goodbye, all the best.